So, did you watch the show last night?
What show?
What do you mean, what show? The news crew saw it, the startling truth behind Hassie, the giant eel of Lake Hamina.
Oh, yeah, I watched that too.
Stuff like that always turns out to be fake.
Upon seeing the true nature, he knew it was no ghost, but a beckoning flower.
You're such a party pooper. I think legends make life more exciting. Chi, you with me?
I am curious as to the veracity of the monster sightings.
Nobody can say for sure if the eel exists, but I hope it does. It's more fun that way, you know?
There are no ghosts, just beckoning flowers.
Classic Hotaro.
The Classic Lit Club consists of a whopping 4 members, all of whom are now being bounced around on a bus headed into the wilderness for what will surely be an energy-wasting getaway. Yippee skippy. The bus's last stop is at Zaizen Village, a place best known for mountain climbing and hot springs. The springs are what we're after. I've always been of the opinion that during summer vacation, one should vacate, but still.
We haven't been together long, but I feel like the club's become a tight-knit group. Since it's summer break, why don't we all go to the hot springs?
Huh?
Well, what do you say? You want to go?
Yeah. Okay.
The shuttle should be here to get us any minute now.
Wow! Great view from up here, huh?
Otaki, you okay? You don't look so good.
Car sick.
Hotaro wouldn't be Hotaro if he didn't find something to complain about.
The trip was only an hour and a half. What a sad sack.
Hey, by the way, thanks for scoring us rooms.
No problem. I've got family who own an inn up here, and since they're renovating and can't accept regular guests, they said we could stay for free.
Come on, Otaki, we're here.
Let the vacationing commence!
Hop to it, Otaki, or we'll leave you behind.
Let's go! I'm ready to check out this inn.
Thank you for coming. Welcome to Seisonso. This little darling is Rie Zena, and this is her younger sister, Kaio. It's
Nice
a
to meet
pleasure.
you.
You girls are in 6th grade and 4th grade, right? You've both gotten so
Sis, careful! Your rooms are on the 2nd floor at the end.
Whoa! Hotaro, hurry and check this out! We got a good room. Look at this sweet view.
Maybe coming here wasn't such a terrible idea. But I still don't know about the whole club vacation thing. It would be a lot more relaxing solo.
Except planning a vacation takes so much energy. Come on, cheer up! And don't forget that the only reason this trip happened was because Chitanda organized it and Mayaka hooked us up with a place to stay.
Hurry up, you two. It's time for dinner.
You heard him. Let's get some chow, okay?
I smell cheese. Quiche? Gratin? Maybe fondue? Or not.
Ready to eat?
Thank you very much for the food. Be sure to save room for dessert.
Let me guess, cheesecake?
How did you know?
I could smell it.
That's amazing.
Not really.
So that stuff Maya said was true.
What did you tell them?
We're gonna set off fireworks tomorrow.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, Dad bought some for us yesterday. Hey, what are you doing, Clumsy? Oops, I'm really sorry.
Here.
Thanks, I'll just clean this up.
Did it burn you?
No, I'm fine.
Jeez, try to be more careful.
Man, I'm really stuffed. No Satoshi. He must have gone down to the baths. I guess the springs are kind of the point of this place, huh?
Funny bumping into you like this. Where are you headed?
Same place as you, I'd guess. Where's Ibara?
I'm not sure. She went off with the girls someplace. I know this is out of the blue, but would you mind telling me a little about what your sister's like?
Yeah, that's out of the blue, all right. I guess that you're curious because you don't have any siblings. My sister, huh? She's a real character for sure, but she's also pretty brilliant. I don't think I could outshine her in any way if I tried.
Wow.
But of course, I've never actually wanted to try, so yeah. Anyway, what's with the sudden curiosity? Seeing the Zena sisters?
You'll think I'm silly, but I've always wanted to have a sibling, an older sister or younger brother. Having somebody around I could always feel at home with. It sounds like a dream to me.
A dream, all right. She's wearing some seriously rose-colored glasses. Having a sibling is fine, I guess. But it's not like you're guaranteed to be best friends or anything.
Oh, I guess there's no mixed bathing here.
Of course there's not. Satoshi's here.
Dad, Grandpa, hurry it up! You're taking forever!
Whoa. It's bigger than I expected.
Well, what do you think? It's nice, huh? It's like the spring water is soaking through my skin all the way into my bones, you know?
Aren't you worried that your bones are gonna get waterlogged?
I never knew you were such a funny guy. Well, nice to see you cracking jokes and unclenching a bit.
Is that Chitanda?
Whoa, what happened? Is he okay?
He overheated.
Huh?
Have you ever heard of anything so pathetic? He'd barely even gotten in before he drooped like a flower that needs watering.
Yep, that is pretty pathetic.
Sorry I'm being so much trouble.
That's what friends are for, right?
Come on, is it just physically impossible for you to enjoy anything?
Apparently so. It was probably leftover car sickness. Must have been. Is that Chitanda?
Hey, Oreki, are you alright?
Not really.
You still feel really hot. I can bring you a cold towel if you want.
No! No, thanks. I just want to sleep. I'm sorry for making such a nuisance of myself.
No, don't worry. We don't have big plans for the night, just telling some ghost stories. I'm sure it'll be fun. If you feel better, you should come join us, okay? Well, get some rest.
Thanks. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. Taiko drums?
The truth is, the inn didn't actually need a second hall.
I guess they've got their window open too.
There's a secret. A secret?
Long ago, an old brooding man came to stay here. They put him in room 7 of the main hall. He said he didn't want food, and he didn't want a futon, and people should just leave him alone. It was strange, but he paid in advance and came during the busy season, so nobody asked any questions. However, that night, a terrible scream rang out.
Then what?
People looked up to see the shadowy figure of a person with a rope around his neck, dimly visible, swinging back and forth. Rumor had it that the man had embezzled money from the company he worked for.
Then what? Then what?
Will you stop that? After it happened, guests who stayed in room 7 said that they could feel something in there with them. They could see shadows mysteriously appearing during the night. Finally, the 9th guest after the hanged man.
Tell us, what happened?
During the night, he fell suddenly ill and died.
Oh no!
Then what? Then what?
I said stop it! Well, first Grandma called in an exorcist. Then she had this second hall built, so guests could sleep far away from the haunted room.
Where is room 7?
There. Look out the window straight ahead. It's that one. We live down on the 1st floor and we try not to come up to the 2nd floor very much. Hold on. I thought this was just a story. You can't tell anyone I told you about this, okay?
A local ghost story. How quaint. Hmm? Morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Is anyone else up?
I saw it.
What do you mean? Saw what?
I was sleeping so soundly. Then sometime after midnight, a warm breeze woke me up. And when I rolled over, I saw the silhouette of a hanged man in the room across the way, slowly swinging back and forth.
It's pretty rare to see Ibara so shaken up. Satoshi's gonna be sad he missed out on this. Thanks for breakfast.
How were the baths yesterday?
I thought they were fantastic.
Good, I'm glad. And I hope your futon was nice and fluffy, too.
Yes, it was perfect, thank you.
It doesn't look like there's one for Kaio.
Sorry you didn't sleep so well, Maya, but I figured you could handle a little ghost story.
Hey, it's not like I'm scared of ghosts or anything, but I know what I saw through that window, and it was seriously creepy.
You really saw it? You're sure?
I know what I saw, okay? Creepy.
How could you tell them that story, Rie? Dad said we were never supposed to tell anyone. Who asked you? It's only Maya. I don't see what the big deal is.
What's wrong?
Well, what Mayaka said she saw, do you think it was real?
What, the silhouette of a hanged man? Well, ghost stories are a staple of these rural areas. They live on for generations.
So what are you saying? Do you really think she saw the ghost of a man who died here?
No, I don't.
In that case, I must have been mistaken too.
Mistaken about what?
I saw the same thing she did, the shadow of a hanged man. I woke up when Mayaka started freaking out, and when I looked out at the room across the way, I saw it. I thought my mind must have been playing tricks on me, but if she and I both saw the same thing...
You both must have mistook what you saw. Like in that saying, the one Satoshi quoted on the bus.
It was nothing but a beckoning flower?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that's true, what was it we were really seeing?
Yeah. If you're so smart, tell us what we were actually looking at.
Wait, why should I have...
Oriki! Investigate this with us, will you? I have to know! I'm sorry, Chi. I want to help, but I promised Rie I'd look over her homework. You can leave it to us. Oriki and I will get to the bottom of this mystery. Isn't that right?
As if I had a choice. We don't have to go far anyway. That's some consolation at least. Okay, so you saw this shadow thing in the room directly across from yours, right?
Yes, that's where we saw it.
How big was it?
It's not like it was huge, but it wasn't small either.
And the shape?
Well, it's hard to say exactly.
The color?
I don't know. It was in shadow.
Yeah, right. Whatever it was lit from behind so it looked like the silhouette of a person.
That's how it seemed to me.
So then it was backlit. Around here, the only source of light at night would have been the moon.
That's what I was thinking too. And the moon was bright enough that it could have lit something up. Do you think that means...
The shutters. So what time did you finish your stories and go to sleep?
About 10, I think.
And the shutters then?
I believe they were closed at that point.
If the shutters were closed then, there's no way there could have been a shadow. Which means we've run into a little snag. At this point, our best bet is to check out room 7 in the main hall.
This is so fun, don't you think? I'm extra glad we came to this place now.
And I'm extra wishing we hadn't. Hey!
Oh, yes, hello.
You talk. I really suck with kids.
Oh, okay. Kaio, can we borrow you for a sec? Oriki and I would like to have a look around in the main hall.
The main hall? Why? What for?
We're investigating the creepy shadow we talked about this morning. If it's not too much trouble, maybe you could show us room 7?
I'm really sorry, but I don't think I should do that. If I did, my sister would get mad at me.
Okay, at least tell us one thing. Is the supposedly haunted room still used for guests?
No, it's not. In the main hall, the baths and the dining room are the only areas where the guests are allowed.
So the room's vacant then?
The whole second floor is used for storage now. Please, may I go?
Of course. You've been very helpful. There, you see? She hates me.
No, I doubt it. She probably finds all boys intimidating. What a sweet girl. Is it a big problem that we can't get in to see the room?
Not so much a problem as a hassle. This would be easier if we could inspect the scene.
Oh, I remember doing these too. Morning radio calisthenics. I went to them up until the year before last.
Until her second year of middle school? Seriously?
check around the other side.
The ground's muddy. Did it rain last night?
Yeah, a little.
In order to create a shadow that you would see from your room across the way, both the east and west side shutters would have to have been open.
Excuse me. If you're hungry, lunch is ready. Well, back to work. Thank you for joining us.
Just look at those two together. It must be nice.
Having a sister, you mean? So do you wish that you had one?
Yeah, kinda.
So, find anything out?
No.
We're just getting started. I do have a theory, though.
Yeah? Then let's hear.
Enough of this. What are you three talking about? It isn't nice to leave a buddy in the dark.
If you're so anxious to be kept in the loop, then quit disappearing all the time. We never see you.
I'm being polite, okay? It's good manners to visit the hot springs repeatedly.
Is he making that up?
Ta-da! Well, like my yukata?
Wow, it's lovely! Looks great. I finally got one at the beginning of summer vacation.
You said you wanted one for a
Can't
long
say I'm
time.
impressed.
What's wrong with
super
it?
excited. I feel
You
like
see
I
the
can't
sash?
stop wearing this. Just
It's
look
not
how
the real
pretty
deal.
it is.
Well, it looks real enough to me.
Blue is
You're the last
easier.
person I'd come to for fashion advice. Check out the bow. It's a separate piece clipped onto the sash. I don't acknowledge that as a yukata.
I acknowledge you as ridiculous.
Is something the matter?
That stupid shadow. It's got me as jumpy as those other two. Want to go back to the same spring?
Sure.
The hanged silhouette. It's the product of Chitanda and Ibara's false impression, nothing more. Just a beckoning flower. We're still missing a piece of the puzzle.
Let's walk back together.
Satoshi's here. Alright, you finished eating at the end the same time we did. So how'd you end up getting here before us?
Well, if you slide down the cliff behind Seizanso, you end up at a spot right behind this spring.
Sliding down a cliff just to save a couple of minutes? That's vintage Satoshi. I don't have an explanation that will satisfy Chitanda yet. The source of the shadow is easy enough. The question is, how did it wind up in room 7?
Hotaro, you're not gonna faint again, are you?
Hey, tell me about last night. Anything interesting happen?
Besides the whole fainting thing?
Yes, besides that!
Well, we all told ghost stories, and I was surrounded by more girls than I could handle.
No, something more official.
Oh, sure, there was a summer festival. You heard the taiko drums, right?
Taiko drums. That's it. A summer festival. That explains everything.
So, that means something?
I know what the shadow really was. Probably. I think it was a yukata hanging on a hanger.
But why would there be a yukata hanging in that room? And for that matter, why would someone leave the shutters open to display it?
Displaying it wasn't the point.
So...
It was hanging there to dry. The yukata was wet. The reason the shutters were open was to let the breeze through so that it would dry more quickly.
But why?
It rained last night.
That's not what I mean. Why was it in room 7?
Because in a deserted room, no one would see that it had been hung up to dry.
Except we saw it.
True. But it's the family they were hiding it from.
The family?
The person who hung it there was Kaio. Kaio was envious of Rie's yukata, and she wanted to wear it. But I doubt Rie would lend it to her.
But why not? They're sisters.
Didn't you notice? Rie marks all her stuff. She makes it clear which cup, which radio calisthenics card, and which ball is hers. That kind of person isn't going to lend out her most treasured possession. But Kaio still wanted to borrow it, so she snuck it out of the inn and wore it to the summer festival last night. This would have been around 8 o'clock.
Kaio went to the festival?
That's my theory. I saw someone leaving the place at 8 last night. And Kaio wasn't there when you were telling ghost stories, right?
Yeah, you're right. She wasn't there.
Unfortunately for Kaio, she ran into some bad luck at the festival. It started raining. The rain let up quickly, but the yukata still got wet. Kyle remembered that we would be setting off fireworks the next day, and Rie would surely want to wear the yukata for that. If it wasn't dry by tomorrow, Rie would know what she'd done for sure. The family would see it on the main hall's first floor, and the other hall was where we were staying. She couldn't use the dryer in the middle of the night, so she waited for everyone to go to sleep and dried the yukata in the most distant room on the second floor. But poor Kaio's bad luck continued. Moonlight shone in through the open window, illuminating the yukata's silhouette. And then to make matters worse, we started investigating the mysterious shadow. Kaio must have been a nervous wreck. That must have been her shadow I saw, sneaking between the sliding doors.
Kaio.
She put the yukata back early in the morning. Unlike Rie, Kaio went to radio calisthenics every day. It would have been easy enough to return it.
So that's it then.
I'm not going to tell Ibara about this. I think it's kind of a family matter.
If that's true, then it means that the two of them don't actually get along. I mean, a sister who won't lend you her yukata?
That's just how it is with siblings. Sometimes you find...
You know, I wanted a sibling. An older sister I could look up to, or a younger brother I could look out for.
Is Chitanda's idea of the perfect sibling real? Or is it a beckoning flower? So hot.
You ready? Yeah.
Well, maybe it's actually a little bit of both.
Next time, let's go to the screening.